read. Now I need something bigger. Okay. So we're gonna talk about the early childhood longitudinal survey, what we call the encuesta longitudinal de la primera infancia en Chile. Some of the motivations we use to promote the survey from the point of view of policy and from the point of view of problems in Chile. And I will discuss pretty much about the characteristics of the survey and then some of the results. So I will need you, Alfonso, maybe let me know when after 20 minutes, so I can give room for questions. Okay, so first thing, of course, very common in our countries, we have high inequality, smaller development. We would like to go in the right direction. When one looks at the gaps in socioeconomic, here we are looking at this is fourth grade, and these are differences in educational achievement in tests. So what we have here is standard deviation. So in fourth grade we have pretty much one and something standard deviation. Then we continue measuring different tests. Eighth grade, 10th grade, and then this is exam for entering university. So the gap is higher here. And when we follow people over the labor market, these gaps pretty much stay. So we realized we didn't have any information over here. So we use that gap to promote the fact that we need some measures, just to understand what are the origins of this inequality. At the same time, we were looking at our research agenda, and of course we used the fact that there was a tremendous push from international evidence on the positive effect of early childhood development interventions. And we realized that there were a lot of limitations of the available studies at this time. Typically, these studies were done over small samples, not nationally representative, using static models. The progress is very limited in scale. Of course, the problem is trying to determine causality. A few studies looking at cost-benefit analysis. So what we, at that time, I'm talking about 2007 or 2008, so we organized a seminar to present pretty much this. And we identified 2 or 3 components that were very important to move forward this research and public policy agenda in Chile. And we started with data. So we said that we need a very well-designed collection of data. And not only data, we need also some expectations, and of course always thinking in the identification strategy. We also use this idea of looking at the whole life cycle from conception, yes, birth, childhood, adolescence, adulthood, and age as a continuum. that is, of course, of interest for all of us. And this is very also, it's an effort, it's a very interdisciplinary effort, because of course we need to put together to work, to analyze individuals, families, people along this lifestyle. So in the case of Chile, there were some policies that were also of help to us to make our case. President Bachelet's first term in 2006 promoted the early childhood development interventions, mostly the coverage by public providers, salas cuna, but at the same time a policy, a national ICT policy that Chile Crece Contigo, that try to integrate health and education. Given that this was very important, so we of course started discussing on how we could evaluate this policy. And then we went back to our table where we had these components of the agenda. So at the end, it seems that we were successful on trying to make the point. Here is, for example, how the enrollment by year. This is salas cunas, nurseries. This is jardín infantil, up to 4 years, 5 years old. This is pre-K and this is kindergarten. And how this coverage has been increasing over time. This has been part of the policy. This is the richest quintile, and we have 2013 still some gap. Okay, so this is our survey. We designed it in 2008, 2009. And the key was the support by the Ministerio de Hacienda. The first round was applied in 2010. The second round was applied in 2012. Already more detail here. First thing was our first round was applied in 2010 and was funded by the Ministry of Education, which is very logical. However, in the second round, we moved to the Ministry of Labor, which is not that completely logical. But at that time, there were a lot of pressures on education, Secretary of Education, a lot of stations in the streets. So higher education was taking the resources and everything. So we went to the Ministry of Labor. At that time, there was a law, how one says this in English, but this postnatal permiso.
Permit, postnatal permit, or
okay.
baby leave.
The parental leave, right? So it was increased, this parental leave, from 3 to 6 months. And the Secretary of Labor at that time was leading the policy. So when we realized that we were not going to be able to get a second round in education, so we moved to a few blocks away, and we start talking about evaluating the policy. And that worked very good. So we got the funding, we got our second round. So for example, in figures, the LP 2010, a few important things. We took a sample out of the registry of birth. So we used the whole census of births. We took all the births from January 2006 until August 31st, 2009, and then we took a sample, 15 it's not housing 15,000 individuals. The good thing, the important thing about this is that from the beginning we got the IDs, these numbers, social security numbers. In Chile we call them roots. So not only that, but also we request a lot of information. So I don't know if I can speak freely here. I mean, nobody from Chile here. So we request a lot of information from at that level. So we got the IDs of the mother, the father, the biological father, brothers and sisters, the whole match. From there we received also the addresses. And then we went to the field. In 2012, we added the births until 2011. Finally, we ran 15,100 surveys, and I'm going to talk about the instruments, also the evaluation instruments. At the beginning, we were thinking on the design. We were reading a lot on different alternatives. And I remember we discussed this cohort study that is used in the UK. It's very famous, where you go and survey all people born in a specific day. We prefer this design, so to have more variation. So we have births distributed along time in this period. 2012, we added a few other individuals, and we have in total 18,000 children. The oldest one were born in January 2006, so we are going to be in the field again in 2016. So they're probably 9 years old, and the youngest was born in 2011. So now our survey is mutating to something that is not explicitly an early childhood. Okay. So what we have is we try to measure development of children in different areas. Some difficulties. Well, we go and apply a questionnaire. A questionnaire is applied to mothers, 98% of cases. Who's the person in charge? The individual that was selected randomly was the child. And so we look for the tutor, the person who is in charge. And we apply a questionnaire. In a second visit, we send a psychologist who applies some tests. And at the end of the first visit, we ask the mother to sign the consent for going to the second visit. Of course, in the first visit, there is a consent to participate in the study. Okay, so let me just skip this. The household survey, we designed household survey to include things about, questions about household composition, household information, each member's education, healthcare status, labor participation status. We were some information about the different models of the questionnaire, but it's something like this. So, education, employment status. This is the only part that regards the whole group. And then we go to request information about the mother or in relation to the the child.
con el niño,
Social protection,
la protección social,
some information on assets.
información en los activos,
Of course, we have
también
information
tenemos
about how was the
información sobre
pregnancy,
cómo fue el
so there are a
embarazo,
lot of questions
muchas
on
preguntas
mom's
sobre
pregnancy.
el embarazo de la madre.
Also on the
Y también
participation,
la
about the
participación
participation in different
en
programs,
diferentes
like the Chile
programas,
Contigo and
como el
courses.
Chile Crece Contigo y otros
Child
programas,
care
y
participation,
participación de
involvement.
los
and
cuidados de los niños,
Some questions
y
about the
algunas
biological.
preguntas sobre el padre biológico.
In some cases,
En
they live in
algunos
the
casos
house,
sí viven en la
it's not.
casa, en los casos en
Other
los que no,
figures.
o en otras figuras,
Other people who
otras personas
were present.
que están presentes.
In
Y
2012, I guess,
2012,
we added some
creo
additional
que
things,
tenemos algunas
like,
cosas adicionales,
more explicitly
como
immunization history,
historia de inmunización
some
más
labor
explícita,
history also for
alguna
mothers,
historia laboral de la madre,
a module
un
on
módulo
habits,
en hábitos,
life at home,
la
like for
casa,
example, how
la vida en casa, como
domestic work
el trabajo
is
doméstico
distributed
está distribuido dentro de los miembros de la casa.
In 2010,
En
we got
2010
a big earthquake
tuvimos
in Chile.
un gran
We also
terremoto
some
en Chile y
questions
también
about that.
incluimos algunas preguntas sobre
Just to-
este fenómeno.
We were thinking on
Solamente
trying to take
pensábamos en
advantage
tratar de
of
aprovechar
that, so we want
de
to
esto para
know exactly where they
saber
were.
exactamente dónde se encontraban en ese momento.
So yeah, this is
Así que
pretty much typically
esto
what
es
one
típicamente
would
lo
include
que
in a
incluiría
questionnaire.
en un cuestionario.
Well, the main thing is,
Pero
of course,
la cosa más importante es
adding evaluations.
tener la
So we are
evaluación.
interested in
Estamos
evaluating
interesados en
children
evaluar
and
niños
also
y
mothers.
también a madres.
And children we are including, I mean, we focus on measuring
enfocándonos en medir
general development,
en el desarrollo
social
general,
emotional development,
desarrollo socioemocional
physical development,
y el desarrollo
and also
físico,
for
y
mothers.
también para las madres.
And some
Y
characteristics
algunas
of households.
características de
Some come
hogar.
from the
Algunas vienen de
questionnaire,
los
some others
cuestionarios, otras
no. So this is pretty much
así
the
que
list
esto
of
es
instruments
más que
we
nada la lista de
apply.
instrumentos que aplicamos.
Just to let you know,
Solo
this
para
is
a la persona conocer
1 hour.
así como una hora.
We
Y
we train a lot on this.
entrenamos
I mean,
mucho en
it's,
esto.
we prepare a lot the
Y
work, the
preparamos
field work,
mucho
because
trabajo de campo.
it's very important how
porque
this
es
is
muy
done.
importante
We run
cómo
several pilots before
nosotros tenemos
going
diferentes
into
pilotos.
this.
En,
Every psychologist
cada
also has
psicólogo
to
también
receive
tiene
training
que recibir
on how to apply.
entrenamiento en cómo aplicar.
This is Chile is very long,
Ustedes saben que
so
Chile es
we
un
have to
país muy
apply
largo,
simultaneously in
así que
different
tenemos que hacer
cities,
simultáneamente en
regions.
diferentes ciudades y regiones.
So we need to have
Y
people very well
necesitamos
prepared
tener gente muy preparada
and to reduce the
y-
heterogeneity,
y-
possible
y
heterogeneity in
determinar
mistakes, right, in
los
the
errores
application
que
of
se
the
puedan
tests.
cometer al momento de llevar a cabo
So
la
it's a lot of preparation.
evaluación.
of this. So here we have what we applied in 2010, here in 2012, so you can see that there's some overlaps,
y
of
se
course,
pueden ver
because
algunos
we want to
traslapes.
do that.
porque
The
queremos
choice
hacer
of
eso.
the
La elección
instruments
de los
also is very
instrumentos
is very important
es
to
muy
discuss.
importante para
In this case, for
en este
example,
caso, por
we
ejemplo,
use this for
utilizamos
general development,
para el
these two
desarrollo
tests that
general evaluación.
were not, these were not
No
international,
eran internacionales,
internationally known,
eh,
but were applied in
pero se
most of
aplicaron en la
the
mayor parte de
consultorios,
los consultorios,
in health
en-
centers.
en los
So we use
centros de
them
salud,
because it provided
porque
information, additional
proveía
information, but
información adicional
we didn't apply them
y no
again
lo
in
aplicamos de
2012.
nuevo en
We
2012
we changed
y
for others. This
cambiamos
is the
por
Batemi
otros
test. In
este,
2010 we applied the complete version. Here we
en
applied
el 2012 aplicamos la versión
an executive
completa,
version.
una
And
versión
we applied
ejecutiva, y
the
aplicamos
Peabody
el
vocabulary
el
test,
vocabulario,
which is more known
examen de vocabulario
internationally.
Peabody, que se conoce internacionalmente.
And then we have
Y también tenemos
on this socio-emotional
el
side,
lado
we have the ASQ, the CBCL.
como ellos
This is on Chile.
utilizaban el CBCL en Chile.
In 2012, we added
2012
some
también
tests
incluimos algunos
to
exámenes
measure
para medir
self-regulation.
la autorregulación
and executive function.
y la función ejecutiva.
And then we
Y
always
también,
measure
siempre
like weight.
medimos el peso, la altura.
This is the,
Y
of course, the other
obviamente
complication
hay
is that
complicaciones que
not every test
no
is designed for
cualquier examen está
everybody, so
diseñado
you
para
have to
cualquiera,
apply
así que
very
tienes que
well. It's
aplicar
very
muy bien.
complicated.
Es muy complicado,
It's a lot of tasks.
es mucho trabajo.
And we use
Y
tablets,
utilizamos,
so this helps a lot
tablets,
people
porque esto
to,
ayuda mucho.
they don't have to think much,
Que no
they have
tienen
to
que pensar
rightly
mucho,
introduce
tienen que
the
introducir
right
correctamente las
characteristics that you have at the
características
beginning.
adecuadas.
And then we have on mothers, we apply
En
on
madres
the
también
social emotional
aplicamos
side,
el
the
lado
health
socioemocional,
inventory,
el inventario
the
de
parent stress index,
el
postnatal
índice
depression
de
scale.
estrés parental, la depresión postnatal.
Probably for the next round we
para la próxima
innovate
ronda
here also
innovaremos aquí
some
también
other
algunas
things.
otras cosas,
some quick
algunos
cognitive tests,
exámenes cognitivos
and
rápidos,
we also measure
y también
mothers.
mediremos a las madres.
So this is pretty much what we
Esto
have
es
done.
más claro lo que hemos hecho.
I guess there is an
Supongo que es
yeah, this one.
importante, muy bien.
So
esto.
the important thing is
Lo
this.
importante es
We conceive
que
this
concebimos
as a study,
este estudio
as a system of
como un
information. So
sistema de
we have
información.
the survey,
Tenemos la
2010,
encuesta en el 2010,
2012,
en el 2012,
and
en
2016
el
will be the third.
2016 será el
And then
tercero.
we have a plan
Luego
until
tenemos un plan hasta
2025.
el
So it's going to be
2025.
every 3 years.
Así que esto será cada 3 años, 2019, 2022, 2025.
But the most important
Lo más
thing is
importante
the linkage.
Es la relación,
So we have the linkage with
la
administrative
unión con,
records,
con los registros
and,
administrativos.
and now we
Y
are
ahora
just
estamos
ready to
listos para
to have annual data
tener una información anual, con
these,
base
children.
anual en estos
So we
niños.
have, for example,
Y,
things
por
like
ejemplo, tenemos cosas como
attendance,
la
every year's
participación
attendance in
de cada año
schools,
en las
grades.
escuelas, las
Of course, when they
calificaciones.
take one
También
of
vamos a
these
tener algunas de estas
standardized achievement tests, we have also
exámenes de valoración
the scores.
estandarizados, los
So
registros,
now
las
starting with
calificaciones.
SIG. Good
Y
thing is,
ahora
I mean,
vamos
we were able
a
to measure this
iniciar con la unión y medir
the
estos
0 and
niños
5 years old.
entre los 0 y
Now,
los 10 años de edad.
We're gonna,
Y
independently, of course, we will have
independientemente
some
vamos a tener también
surveys here,
algunas encuestas aquí,
but we're gonna
pero
put school records.
vamos a poner calificaciones
Of course,
escolares y obviamente
we are also
también vamos
following
a
mothers. We already
seguir a las madres
linked with
que
the
uniendo,
labor history of mothers coming from
los
social
registros
security
laborales
too.
que vienen de los registros de las
And we're trying
sociales.
to add
Vamos
health
a
records.
añadir los registros.
So just in 1 minute,
Así que
let me
vamos
tell you what the kind of things that we have been doing. So we have, for example, when we look at weight and height, we didn't see any difference between the first and the fifth quintile. See, at least we don't have very much problem there
No hay
on
mucho problema
under nutrition and things like that.
en la nutrición.
1 minute exactly,
Un minuto
right? So,
exacto.
and then we got this,
También tuvimos
you know, 1.1
una
standard deviation that we
deviación
detect in
deviación
fourth
estándar
grade.
que vimos en el cuarto grado.
So we start
Así
to
que
look at our
iniciamos
different
a ver
indexes.
los diferentes índices.
And here we have, for
Y
example,
aquí tenemos, por
the
ejemplo,
Patel, the
Patel,
Bell, the social emotional, the
el
T,
emocional, el
this is MANS,
este
the
es MANS,
6 MANS.
36
And we can see that this is the poorest quintile, and this is the
más
richest.
pobre, más
And one can see how this start to
cómo esto
work.
inicia a trabajar.
This is the Peabody
Este es
test
el
in my
examen
images,
Peabody animal.
and this is standard.
Y esta es la deviación
Okay.
estándar.
So just let me give you a final picture.
Una imagen final,
Putting together,
poniendo
we think,
esto.
And then you can see difference
La
between
diferencia entre
girls and boys.
los niños y los niños,
girls
las niñas.
better than boys in
Los niños y las
this
niñas son mejores que
pattern.
los niños en Patel, por ejemplo.
Of course, the size of the difference is very different compared to the socioeconomic. Okay, so summarizing, this is, for example, this is the socioeconomic, this is the cognitive test, cognitive status of mothers, and this is the socio-emotional index of mothers, and this is the test C1 of the general development test. So you can see that mothers with higher cognitive or higher socio-emotional and those together are very correlated. This is what we see. So we also have to include these kind of things in our equation. Just looking at sizes. I think this works a lot because people was very used to look at the gap, looking at universities, when people take the test to go to the university. Every time the test is taken, this is the headline. The headline is, 150 points, which is 110 is one standard deviation. So this is 1.3 standard deviation. And people is very used to that figure. And they look at the next result as if probably this would disappear. But of course, it's always the same. This is the fourth grade test. 125 points. This is the P-body test. The P-body is our test, but around 6 years old. This is in 3 years. And this is at the beginning, when we are able to measure at the beginning, 10 months old. So we can see a huge increase within this period. And of course, when people has detected the problem around over here, because the children were measured here in 4th grade, maybe it's too late, right? Because everything is happening over here. Okay, so I stop right here. Let's see if you have any questions.
Thank you. I would say that we go to the next Adriana, and then we leave the questions to the end. Okay? So our next talk is by Adriana Camacho. Thank you. And she will be talking about the Colombian Longitudinal Survey, PELCA, another example of longitudinal studies in Latin America, and quite interesting, so I hope you enjoy. Thank you. 30 minutes.
Thanks so much. So first of all, I want to start my presentation showing you a video. The short part of this video. Lo más importante mío, tener la casita. Yo no quiero como,
¿Ya han notado el piso negro?
como el ave fénix, salir de la ceniza.
Or like the phoenix for leaping the ashes.
Ah, yo todavía tengo la misma maleta.
I still have the same bag.
Mira,
Look at it.
nos vemos más jóvenes.
We look good.
Pero uno es más viejo, pero bueno, se veía más como...
Sí, como se toma más largo. No sé cómo está aquí.
I feel more comfortable.
Sí, porque ya la hija no se va a rumbear, ¿no?
¿No lo desvela?
No nos desvela
My
mucho.
daughter's the same.
No, yo me veo mejor ahorita.
Yes, I look
Ya me
better.
conmigo. presentation, but we have kind of, it's just to give you a sense of everything that happens to families that we're following through our public survey. Okay. So this is a presentation of the Colonial Longitudinal Survey called ELCA. And this is a project started and run by the University of Los Angeles with some financial support of the government and some foundations. So first of all, to understand the context that we're going to look at and the type of families that we're going to look at in Colombia, I want to show you the similarities in terms of poverty and inequality in Colombia with respect to the rest of Latin America. So as you can see here, poverty, we are kind of in the same, similar poverty to Latin America, but inequality in Colombia is much higher than in the average countries in Latin America. So this is a key factor that you're gonna be able to see throughout the numbers that I'm gonna show you. Some additional peculiarities of Colombia. We have the longest running armed conflict in the world, and then therefore we're going to have high levels of violence and conflict and crime that are affecting the families that we're going to be looking at. There's large vulnerability due to climate change, due to the inequalities that there are, and the kind of bad housing conditions that some households have. There's high informality in the labor markets, and this is common throughout Latin America, but we have more than 50% of informality in Colombia. And there are big regional inequalities and great difference between development of big cities and rural areas. So, we're going to look at ELCA in 2010 and 2013. The baseline was in 2010, and we had done the first follow-up in 2013, and we're going to be doing the second follow-up in 2016. So what is the main objective of ELCA? We want to understand the economic and social changes that people and households experience in rural and urban areas. I'm going to tell you about the representativeness of these two areas. And we want to understand the factors that are influencing households' vulnerability, risk management, and the strategies that they are using to cope with these shocks that they are receiving. So what's a sample of the ELCA? We have 10,800 households represented nationally, and at the regional level we also have representativeness. We have 6,000 urban households and 4,800 rural households. We have 5 regions in the urban areas, and they are all represented by area. One of them is the capital city, Bogota, and there are other 4 areas. In the urban sample, we use strata 1 to 4 out of 6 strata that are in common. So this is a survey that is concentrated on only on the not the rich families. Rural areas have 4 regions, and these 4 regions are also representative. And we are targeting, the special emphasis of this survey is to target early childhood. And we are following this cohort that in 2010 they had between 0 and 10 years old. They were between 0 and 10 years old. The children that we are following are 8,600 children under 10, as I told you, and they are half in urban areas, half in rural areas. So for the follow-up in 2013 and 2016, we are going to target these type of responses. The household head, the partner, the head of the household, son, stepson, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. We find these type of compositions within the households in Colombia. And the kids that we're going to follow are telling you. So we have a panel, that this panel is following a cohort of in 2013 they had from 3 to 13 years old, and in 2016 they're going to have between 6 and 16 years. We are also following migrants that move to those to the regional places. And the attrition in 2013 was 5.8% of the sample. I'm going to show you which were the strategies to try to keep attrition low. between 2010 and 2013. So these are the municipalities, this is a map of Colombia, these are the municipalities that we sampled in 2010. So there are 80 municipalities, 550 villages. And in 2013, given the migration, the inside migration that we had, the internal migration, we had 171 municipalities, for example, almost double. So how are the samples distributed? Urban areas, rural areas, 2010. We missed very little, a small proportion of households, 171 and 163 in urban and rural respectively. And we had movements within urban and rural areas. So 276 households from rural areas moved to urban, and 46 households from urban moved to rural areas. So these people are in the urban sample, this means small one, but in the second round we're gonna include them in the urban questionnaire, even though they were in the rural sample. We have separate questionnaires for both areas given the type of questions that we are asking in different places. Like, for example, agricultural production in rural areas. So we had this 10,800 I'm taking out the 800, but they're important. Then in 2013, we had 94% of the sample that was surveyed for the first follow-up. We're going to go next year for the 2016. And given that we are following a cohort that are 0 to 10, and we had some tests, cognitive and social emotional tests for these children from 0 to 5 in 2010. Then we're going to follow them. We followed them in their youth. Now next year we're going to follow them in their adolescence, and then in the young adulthood. And we're going to look at differences between these kids, and with these tests we're going to compare, we're going to correlate things with risky behaviors, teenage pregnancy, or type of things that happen in this stage of life, and labor markets for the young adults. So which are the innovations or the value added of the survey that we have? We have child development measured by cognitive tests, social emotional tests, and anthropometrics, which is similar to the Chilean case. We check, we ask for strategies of how to mitigate impact of shocks, of armed conflict, and natural disasters. We have very detailed data on land tenure and informality of property rights, and we have agricultural production in rural areas and what are the conflict dynamics. And we have a community questionnaire which is asked to the leader of the communities, and we find out things about institutional services, infrastructure, public services, and shocks and violence. Other information that we collect are financial insurance markets, labor market histories. We have modules of time use. We find out economic conditions in terms of consumption and income, housing conditions, agricultural production, health and education in general. We have modules for those aspects. We found out about transfers. We check for transfer from the government and transfers, informal transfers, just in the community. Access to social programs and participation in organizations and social networks. Political participation and preferences. We have a module of political preferences. We have ethnicity and skin color, is measured in the survey. And we have the household geocodes located with GPS. We could link information with that data. So first you're going to look at the household poverty and shocks and conflict. So what happens in the data? What can I show you about these three topics? So first of all, we're going to see how households are transforming over time. So in these 3 years, 56.9% of households in urban areas changed their composition. In urban areas, 62% of them changed the composition. So it's important to try to find out how there's a difference between the composition over time. If a person from the original sample goes to another household, you're going to start following that household. So what's the type of migration that they are having? So in urban areas, 81% of them are staying in the same municipality, and in rural areas, 25% of them are staying in the same municipality. So rural areas are having migration which is on a much farther distance, let's say. What are the changes in income due to migration? So if households that are migrating to urban areas are having an increase in 95%, they're having a 95% higher income than what they had before. And if they are moving into rural areas, they're having negative shocks in terms of their income. Of course, these are correlations, but I'm not saying anything that's causal. In terms of the poverty dynamics, very interesting because we see here that poverty decreased over this period of time. So 22% of the people that were in poverty stayed in poverty. 21.5% of them went out of poverty, and 24% in rural areas, and 7.5% fall into poverty. They were not poor, and they started being poor. So this is a nice thing about longitudinal studies. Like if you had a cross sections, you would just understand what happened between the two periods of time. But if you have longitudinal data, then you know which are the transitions of exactly one household in terms of entering and leaving. Now, in terms of shocks, the shocks that we are measuring, we asked the households if they had a high or medium or low shock in terms of employment, health, family, housing assets, natural disasters. We had a big natural disaster in Colombia in the middle of the two surveys, which was flooding of many areas. So this was good to study with the information that we collected in the follow-up, production and violence. So these are the shocks that the families received. Mainly one of the big shocks that the families are receiving are in terms of labor, employment, and here production, because the served is rural area. And the second one is health shocks, which is important. Now, I'm gonna correlate the impact of a violent shock or different shocks with social-emotional development of kids. So if they had a shock, is the blue dark line. So the only shock that is showing big differences in terms of social-emotional development is having a violent shock. The difference in the two bars. What about nutritional status, nutritional development? If you had a violent shock or you have a natural disaster, you're going to have big differences in terms of the nutritional status of kids. We can also look at labor market transitions. So we have informal occupation, formal occupation. So as you see, the yellow one is the yellow one, the next. So this is 2010, this is 2013. So you see some kind of inertia, but you also see movements over the occupation of people. For example, unemployed are the ones who are changing the most. They stayed unemployed, 18% of them stayed unemployed in 2016. But in fact, as you can see here, the informal sector opens to them as a way to earn income. What about children and youth? So ELCA has these 8,700 children that we are following. We have socioeconomic household information, we have anthropometrics, cognitive tests, we have Igor test of the Chilean survey. We did in 2013 the ASQ test for kids between 0 and 5. And we're going to do the
entre,
SDQ
de 0 a
for
5 años de edad.
2016. We're
También
changing just
tenemos
because
el
we have
cuestionario
followed
para el
the
2016
cohort with
para
that
que tengamos
test.
una mayor cohorte para ese
But we can
examen
talk about that.
y
That's a
podemos
mistake
hablar
that
de
we're
ello
going
y
to
si
do.
eso es algo que podemos tratar después.
We have also pregnancy
Tenemos
information
información
for
sobre la
each kid.
gestación
We
de cada
have
niño,
children's education,
la
information,
educación
vaccination.
y
We have child
información
care
educativa y
givers
salud de cada
information and
niño.
parental
También tenemos
practices.
información de los tutores de los
So, in general, in
niños.
these
Así que en
2
general, en
years,
estos 2
we've
años,
seen a reduction
hemos visto
in
una reducción
malnutrition
en la malnutrición,
in urban areas
desnutrición,
and in rural areas in
en
general.
áreas rurales y urbanas en general.
What about the vocabulary
Las
test,
sobre los
the,
exámenes de
the
vocabulario.
PPBT?
En el
So the results of
PPT,
2010
en el 2010,
are similar to what we
son
were seeing also
similares a
in
lo que
Chile.
hemos visto en
This is
Chile.
the blue line
La
is
línea
the 25%
es el
poorer,
25%
and
que
this is the
está
least
aún
poorer,
más
the
pobre, y esta
25%
línea
is
son
poorer.
los menos
And we
pobres.
see a gap,
Y
like
podemos ver una
the poorer are just below
entre los más pobres
the
son aquellos que están
region
por
ones.
debajo de
In
los
2013,
ricos.
this
Así
continues.
que
As I
esto se
told you,
descontinúa.
we are following
Estamos
the cohort.
siguiendo
So
la
here is
cohorte,
between when they were
y
3
es
to
entre
5,
los 3 a 5
and
años de
here
edad, y
we are following
aquí estamos siguiendo
the same cohort, so
la
this is
misma
for an older
cohorte,
age.
pero esto es
So
para una edad
the
mayor.
gap
Así que la
persists
brecha
over time.
persiste a través del tiempo.
In terms of rural and urban areas, I think
Las
this
áreas
is
urbanas,
striking and it's very
rurales,
important
esto
for
es
policy
muy importante para las
because
políticas
we
públicas,
see that in
porque
urban areas
vemos
the
que en
gap
las
is
áreas
also
urbanas la
appearing
brecha también aparece
with a great
con
margin.
un
So this
gran
is showing the
margen, así que
inequalities
esto
that
nos
we have in terms
muestra
of
en
regions.
términos de regiones.
Urban areas
Las
are
áreas
doing much
urbanas
better
son
in the
aquellas que
test
están
than rural
trabajando
areas.
mejor en el test, en
And
las áreas
these
rurales,
persist
y esto
over time.
persiste a través del tiempo.
This is a
Esto
nice
es-
linkage between
es,
information in 2010
información de 2010 de 2013
about malnutrition and
sobre
what's
la
the
desnutrición
result in
y
verbal
el
ability in
resultado en
2013.
habilidad verbal en
So,
2013.
if you had
Así que si
if kids that didn't have malnutrition
niños
are the
que
blue
no están desnutridos son aquellos
lines,
en la
the blue
línea
dark
azul
lines.
oscura,
So kids that
niños
were not
que
did not have
no
malnutrition
tuvieron
have higher
malnutrición, son
PPBT
aquellos que
scores
tienen
compared to the
un
kids
grado de
that
PBT mayor.
in terms
En
of
términos
overage
de
at school.
edad
So we see
escolar.
2010
Vimos en 2010
that
que
given that we're looking
dado que
at
estamos
kids
viendo
from 5 to
niños de
9,
5
which
años
is
de
primary,
edad,
we
que
have
es
almost
escuela
full coverage in
primaria.
primary. So the percentage of
El
overage is
porcentaje
similar. But if you look at kids 7 to 13, you can see that the overage dropouts are very high
hay
in the
abandono
poorest
muy
quintile.
alto
So this is the highest
de la
quintile
escuela
and poorest quintile.
en áreas
This is
urbanas
important in terms of inequality.
en términos de inequidad.
Drop out of school,
El
if
abandono
you
de
had a
la
shock, a health
escuela,
shock,
si
or an
tuviste
employment shock,
un
it's more
shock,
probable that you're going to be
entonces
dropping out of
es
school
más
for more
probable
than 2
que hay un
consecutive
abandono
months.
mayor
And in terms
en
of,
los meses
rural
consecutivos.
development,
En términos de desarrollo rural,
El KSADL instrument to
el
study the social
instrumento de
well-being of
ELCA
rural
está
areas.
estudiando
We
el
have information on changes in land ownership and land use. Land
donde hay
ownership is a
cambios
big
en la
deal
propiedad de la
in
edad
the
y el
slide.
uso de la tierra.
Access to
El
social
acceso
programs
a
in rural
programas de
areas
protección
are
social en
important
áreas
because
rurales son
it's
importantes
the most difficult
porque
place to
es
get
las áreas más
to move people
difíciles para mover
to
la
access
gente a que
to the
tengan
programs.
acceso a estos programas.
We have information on
También tenemos
political
información en
participation and
participación
electoral
política
behaviors,
y
and this is
comportamiento
important
electoral,
because
lo que es
many of the
importante
social programs also
porque muchos de los problemas sociales
have some relationship
tienen
with,
alguna
with
relación con la
participation, political
participación
participation.
política.
Security perception, we're also asking about that information. And many of the regions that we
Muchas de las
are
regiones
surveying
en donde
had
la
or
encuesta
have been occupied by
ha
guerrilla
sido
groups.
ocupada por grupos
So in terms
conflictivos.
of land ownership,
También en la propiedad de la
what I
tierra.
want to show you from this slide is that 30% of the land in Colombia, or the housing that we are serving,
En
have
Colombia
informal property.
son de propiedad informal.
25% of them
25% de estas
do not own the land, but they are working on that
propietarios
land.
de la tierra, pero la trabajan.
And
Y
about 40% of them are land owners. As you can see, these are two pictures without checking following the same household. But we see that they are transitioning in terms of land owning.
Propiedad de la tierra.
Here is the dynamic,
Está la
look,
dinámica
using the panel
utilizando
data.
la información
So
del panel.
9.1% of households
El 99.1%
own land, in that period of time, like they
son
bought
propiedades de
land.
la tierra, la compraron.
10% of them
El 10%
formalized
de
their
ellos
property
la
rights.
formalizaron sus derechos de propiedad.
2.6
El
sold land
2.6
and
vendieron
2.4
su tierra y el
lost
2.4
their
la
land.
perdieron.
This slide is
Esta
showing
diapositiva
the
muestra
different types of
diferentes tipos
activities, of agricultural activities that households are doing depending on the number of years that they have suffered from conflict.
que
So,
han estado en conflicto.
In general,
En
you'll see
general,
like if they have been
podemos
suffering
ver que
high levels of
a
conflict,
altos
they
niveles de
just have
conflicto
grass
solamente
in their
tienen
lands,
pastizal en sus
or they
tierras
have unexploited
o
land.
tienen tierra
So
no
here,
explotada.
as you can see,
Así que aquí se puede ver
if for example, households in regions where armed groups have been
regiones donde hay
present
hogares
for
donde se presentan,
4 years, they have
durante 4
7.4%
años hay un
more
conflicto.
land
Aquí se puede
So
ver que
they-
hay 7.4%
they might
de
feel they
más
need to,
tierras
or they have to
explotadas, así que tienen
go over to migrate
migrar
as
hacia,
forced migrants.
se lleva a cabo una migración forzada.
Okay, so here I'm going to talk about the strategies that we use to reduce attrition. So for the first wave, we were sending the results of the cognitive and nutritional development tests for the kids. They were sent to the households. We asked for contact information from friends, from relatives, and we were giving a small gift, a calling card to the household. After that first wave, we started having a call center in the university with permanent contact with the households to update location and information of the households that we were going to follow in 2013. We also had some SMS messages that were sent on their birthdays, on Christmas, on Mother's Day, and we had some raffles. So we had a raffle of 5 bathroom kits, the bathroom kits for the 10,000
kits
and we had a raffle of 2 monthly gifts to be redeemed in the National Supermarket in Colombia.
para que lo puedan cambiar en un gran supermercado, que eran $275
twice per month.
2 veces al mes.
So this engaged them
Así que
into
esto los
the
mantuvo
survey.
dentro de la encuesta.
What difficulties
Las
we found
dificultades
in the field?
de
So
campo,
the questionnaire, the length of the questionnaire.
la longitud
In urban areas, it's 3.2 hours plus the test.
3.2 horas más el
In
test.
rural areas, we have
En
5 hours
rurales
plus the
son
test.
5 horas más el test.
Rejection,
Rechazos,
especially in urban
especialmente en
areas,
áreas urbanas.
and more for higher strata.
Sobre todo
Eh,
en áreas, en clases sociales
don't
más
want to spend
altas,
too much
la
time on
gente
the
no quiere
survey.
pasar mucho tiempo en la encuesta.
And people see no,
Y la gente
they don't
no
see
ve
the benefit of the
beneficio
survey.
de la
So
encuesta.
we have
Así
a
que
publication, and the
tenemos
publication
una
is sent
publicación
to
que se
the
les envía a
households
ellos
which have higher
para
socioeconomic
que,
status
sobre todo
or
aquellos con un
education,
estatus
in order for them
socioeconómico
to
más
read
alto
them.
para que la lean.
And in
Y
2016,
en
we're
el
going to deliver a
2016
flyer,
vamos a
but we don't know how to
publicar
show them
un flyer,
how it's important, like,
no
how it's important to
sabemos
participate.
la
Because they say,
importancia de
you're
la
gonna
participación,
you're gonna keep me for
porque
3
vas a
hours
mantener
every
durante
3 years,
3
what am I
años,
gonna
cada
get
3
of this,
años,
or what is the
durante
consequence
esto,
to get of this?
o qué voy a recibir a cambio.
Some other things that
Otras
happen, like,
dificultades
the surveyors asked
que los
to
encuestadores
the households
que
in
preguntaban en
2010, what do
en
you
el
want to get
2010
as
que
gifts in
ustedes reciben como
2015?
regalo en el 2013.
And they were expecting those
Ellos
gifts.
estaban
They were asking for
esperando
plasma TVs,
esos
and they were
regalos,
asking for
esperaban
many.
televisiones plasma, por ejemplo.
In terms of the results of the test of the children, many of them didn't understand the results, and they were just, but tell me what is this? Don't look at me, tell me what do I have to do.
Dime qué tengo que hacer.
And the community leaders that were surveying the community questionnaire,
Reciben el
they thought that the university
estaban en la
would
universidad,
solve their problems,
resolvería
would
sus
try
problemas o
to
tratarían de
find the solutions
encontrar la
for
solución
these
para el
problems.
gobierno, para sus problemas.
Okay, so this is our
Esta
webpage.
es nuestra página web.
There's the link,
Aquí está el link.
encuesta longitudinal.
longitudinal.unam.com.
The data is publicly available. The first round of the data was publicly available 1 year later. So we're releasing the data 1 year after it is collected. But by now you have access
Por
to
ahora
2
ya
months of the
están
survey.
publicadas las 2 rondas de la encuesta.
And there we have documents, we have the questionnaires, we have the different publications that have been done, pictures, more videos.
Fotografías, videos, etc.
Okay, thank you.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much, Diana. It was fantastic. You got me from the video on, got better and better, and I was like, wow, this is Colombia. That's fantastic. We have time for some questions. I'm sure there are going to be many questions in these two talks. They are really exciting. So I have one hand here, one hand there, one hand there, one over there, yes, excellent. There as well. Please.
Yeah, thank you. So I want to say that they are really fascinating talks. So, well, I'm scared now because it seems to me that we need tons of money, right, to have something similar to that. Then one question, so there are huge differences, or there are a gap between the riches and the poorest children in terms of cognitive outcomes, both studies. Do you guys know what is behind the socioeconomic level? I mean, in terms of, for example, socialization practices that explain the difference beyond just to reach, just to say that they're rich, they're poor, and what they are doing different. Inside households, is rich and poor households, do we know something about that?
For who is the question? For both?
Yeah.
Well, I guess what we
Yo creo que lo que
know
nosotros sabemos y tiene que venir sobre la
there are a lot of
investigación.
people
Hay muchas personas
working
trabajando con esta
case of
información. En el caso
several
de Chile hay diversos estudios tratando de contestar esas
The good
preguntas.
thing is,
Lo bueno
that's
es
the need
que
of, that's the relevance of
esa es la relevancia
very complete
de un cuestionario muy completo. Así
But
que,
of course,
obviamente,
some specific
algunas de las
questions
preguntas
relate to
específicas están
what
relacionadas
could we do
con lo que podríamos
to
hacer
increase this
para
gap.
disminuir
Probably
esta
they are going to
brecha.
come from
Y tendría que
some
venir, yo
piloting,
creo que de algunos
some
exámenes de intervenciones
Those,
piloto, porque
you never know.
nunca se
So
sabe.
you could
podrías
characterize
caracterizar
people from different
personas de diferentes
status,
niveles
and they have more
socioeconómicos
education,
que tienen
and
más educación,
so skills are very correlated
algunas
with skills.
capacidades que están muy correlacionados con
Parents,
capacidades, padres, madres,
children,
niños,
wealth.
¿quién más?
So this is
Así que
good to
esto
see
es
how
bueno
this gap
ver cómo
increases
esta
over
brecha se
time.
incrementa
Very
con el
dramatic.
tiempo, es muy
How,
dramático.
some of the
Y
studies
algunos
we're
de los
doing
estudios que estamos llevando a cabo
using this data now
utilizando esta
trying
información,
to look at
trata de
what happens
ver
when
algo que
children
sucede
go
con estos niños cuando
childcare,
van a
what
cuidados
conditions
escolares, en qué
could
condiciones,
improve
esto
or
podría mejorarse
increase
o disminuir esta brecha.
but I think it's
Pero
a whole
yo creo que es
research
una agenda de
But
investigación muy
I
grande
would say also
y también
here
podría
for
decir para ustedes
reflection
para que lo
that,
reflexionen.
this has to be
Esto
devised
tiene que
thinking on the
verse
brain
pensando
things
en el
work
amor de
here.
las cómo
So
las cosas
you are
funcionan
pointing
aquí.
on the
Tus
discussion that is relevant.
políticas
So
y
for example, I
discusiones son
enjoy a lot
relevantes.
the
Así
looking
que
at the Colombian style
viendo
because
mucho el estilo colombiano,
it's very specific.
es muy
So
específico,
it has to be very specific.
tiene que
It
ser
has to
específico
respond that
para
reality.
responder a una realidad
And has to
y tiene
reflect
que
on that heterogeneity
reflejar
that is
donde
relevant
se
for Colombia.
originó que sea
we
relevante
can
para
learn
Colombia
from
y
that.
podemos aprender de
But
allí, pero
your study,
tu estudio,
your needs,
tus
and
necesidades
also
tienen que verse reflejadas allí.
policy
Y
questions.
las
Of course, there
cuestiones de
are a lot of
políticas,
several
y hay muchas cosas, problemas en común obviamente, pero
But this is an open research.
esta es una investigación
We already
abierta
have
y
data.
ya tenemos alguna
Causality
información,
is
pero
one
la
of the things.
causalidad es una de las cosas.
And I don't think that
Y no
necessarily
creo
you
que
could learn
necesariamente se pueda
just looking at
aprender
this
al
correlation.
ver solamente
You're
esta
not going to learn
correlación.
immediately.
No vas a aprender inmediatamente
Causality.
esta causalidad y estas preguntas.
But the good thing
Pero la
is
cosa buena es
when you have this
que cuando
longitudinal
tienes
data,
esta información
and you
longitudinal
have very
y
clear
tienes muy
interventions,
claras las
not only
intervenciones,
program by
no
program,
solamente
but
programas por
social
programas,
policy,
sino políticas sociales.
whole bunch of policies.
Es muchas políticas podrías capturar el impacto de estas políticas.
Thank you.
Muchas gracias,
Adriana.
Adriana.
So I think
Okay,
a
yo
good
pienso
thing to
que
have in the
es muy bueno para
questionnaires
tener
to find out what are the difference in terms of inequality in cognitive tests is having parental practices, and that's there to be studied. Parental practice, and just on the other side, just as anecdotal information. For example, some mothers were saying, but why do I have to talk to the kid? He's not understanding me. He just don't talk. So I would start talking when he starts talking. So they just don't talk to them. And it's just information. So I think this shows the differences that we are seeing in the data, shows the importance of interventions in early childhood, from 0 to 3, how important this intervention should be. And this is also reflected in studies that have been done, for example, in the case of Jamaica, where they had an intervention 30 years ago, where they trained mothers or parents how to take care of their kids, stimulate them, and we are seeing today effects in terms of their income. 8% more of income that they are having. I don't know the number, but it's a significant and important increase in their income. So I think that's something that we should take care and that we should push in our countries. That early childhood is very important.
Thank you. I'm going to make a comment. I think that this question was very important because here in Mexico, we have even an agency that measures poverty. But poverty starts at age 2 months. That's the kind of discussions we should be having. Poverty at 32, you can't do anything. So without that kind of data, we can really put forward all the mature discussion about inequality. So just a comment. So anyway,
I'm going to break the rule of English speaking both Spanish. Felicidades, David, Adriana, me gustó mucho su ánimo por hacer estos estudios longitudinales. Pero mi pregunta va, ¿cómo dieron esa idea a los ministerios? Es decir, ¿de dónde sacaron? ¿Cuál es la forma o llegaron ustedes mira, te va a costar tantos millones de dólares, pero a cambio más interés? Es decir, ¿cómo estuvo la venta? Es un punto central, porque todas las agencias te dicen los estudios longitudinales son caros, no se traslada. Eso es lo que nos dicen los investigadores. Y frecuentemente pues, nos topamos con ese primer problema. Entonces, bueno, después vienen otros problemas. Esa es una pregunta. La otra, Chile tiene una ventaja increíble al tener un identificador único. No sé si el caso de Colombia, pero creo que en Colombia no se tiene ese identificador único, ¿verdad? No existe. Pero en el caso de Chile, eso permite y facilita mucho usar registros administrativos. Y ese es el caso de México. Creo que sería bueno continuar con esa agenda de promover el identificador único
en México, los programas sociales lo requieren, Ceresol lo requiere. Y creo que hay una línea por ahí de trabajo. Yo escuché alguna vez una plática con agentes de Ceresol que estaban promoviendo eso para los programas sociales. Eso podría ser muy benéfico si se hace en los comunidades. Y una última parte del comentario, que los estudios longitudinales no necesariamente están diseñados para probar causalidad, pero si se vuelven observacionales y el número de observaciones se vuelve más frecuente, tienen cierta potencia para estudiar y explorar y sugerir relaciones de interés. Pero ese sería mis preguntas.
Bueno, creo que fue muy importante para el estudio de la primera infancia en Chile el hablar en términos económicos, porque había una larga historia de intentos por parte de personas del área propiamente tal, de la educación escolar, parvularia o gente de la salud, pero por ahí no les iba muy bien. Entonces, nosotros básicamente fuimos a hablar en términos económicos y fue, por cierto, muy útil presentar esto un poco como está presentando Heckman y compañía, donde básicamente lo que uno habla es en términos de beneficio y costo, y la rentabilidad y cosas por el estilo. Entonces eso fue muy importante y eso sí lo entienden los ministerios de Hacienda. Y por otro lado, los ministerios sí son los que tienen la plata, porque en realidad no sé cómo dicen ustedes, tienen una palabra común. Porque en realidad es, por ejemplo, el Ministerio de Educación, en el caso de Chile en 2010, fue un simple transmisor de los recursos que le pusieron en Hacienda. ¿No? El Ministerio de Educación no habría puesto el año 2009 ni después, no hubiera puesto ningún peso por el estudio. Lo hizo porque de Hacienda le sacaron los recursos y se los marcaron. Y lo mismo pasó en trabajo. Entonces, en realidad esos ministerios no tienen ninguna posibilidad, ninguna posibilidad de tomar alguna decisión. Entonces yo diría que en el caso nuestro eso fue clave. Después el identificador único que menciona es muy importante. Eso es una política que se ha ido además perfeccionando en el tiempo. Cuando mi hijo más pequeño, por ejemplo, que tiene 7 años, nació, no me pasó con mi hija mayor, un poco más, 20, pero cuando mi hija mayor nació, yo tuve que ir a inscribirla y me asignaban el identificador en ese minuto. Ahora cuando mi hijo nació, eso ya venía preasignado, o sea, ese número lo tenía. Y por lo tanto, no era necesaria ninguna acción mía o de alguien. O sea, hubo un nacimiento en salud y ya tenía el número. Y más bien lo que hay es, claro, no se puede perder una persona. Digamos, se dio a luz en un centro de salud y es una persona, se toma su registro y a partir de ahí esa persona existe con un número también. Y en Chile, claro, cualquier cosa que quieres hacer necesitas ese número famoso. Entonces, en realidad, formal o informal, debes tenerlo. Necesitas para tu vida casi cualquier cosa, necesitas eso. Eso creo que es muy importante. Ahora, aun cuando no exista ese número, yo creo que la ventaja que tienen los estudios longitudinales es que le permiten a las agencias judiciales concentrarse. Por ejemplo, si yo digo, mire, tome usted, crúceme las bases de datos, no tengo números, pero crúceme las bases de datos de programas con la Secretaría de Desarrollo Social, más Coneval y no sé qué, Centro de Salud. O sea, son millones y millones de registros. Eso, aunque quieran, no lo van a hacer. No lo van a hacer, nunca lo van a hacer y va a tener gigantes errores. Pero si yo tomo mi muestra, de hecho lo he hecho así en muchos casos, pues mira, tomo mi muestra, no son más de 20.000 casos. Quiero que me los revisen nombre por nombre, pero sí, eso se puede hacer. Entonces, con un poco de voluntad se puede hacer 20.000 revisiones, las puedes hacer. Entonces, uno puede concentrar a las autoridades, si bien no existe a lo mejor el número famoso, pero si tengo que hacer chequeo por chequeo de direcciones, nombres, etc., lo puedo hacer y podría pasear esta muestra por todas las agencias y pedir eso. Eso también tiene una ventaja, pensando en cómo vender eso, ¿no? Pero eso también tiene una ventaja, y es que la primera consecuencia que tiene es que le entrega información a los mismos registros administrativos, porque en general se detectan 1 millón de problemas, y eso sí es muy útil, por ejemplo, para los registros de salud, educación. Entonces uno le puede ofrecer un pequeño servicio, si quiere, a las distintas incluso agencias, porque le dice, mira, esta es una muestra representativa, buscando estas 20.000 personas, encontré todos estos problemas, corríjamelo, pero al mismo tiempo lo que usted tiene es un diagnóstico de los problemas que tiene su base completa, el censo. Ahora, que le vaya bien con su censo, pero en realidad a nosotros nos interesa que para estas personas nos mantengan un registro, por ejemplo, continuo. Digo en el intertanto, mientras uno incorpora un registro único, uno de todas maneras creo que se podría, eso debería poder hacerse humanamente posible.
Yo tengo dos preguntas. Para los dos proyectos, y tiene que ver con, de hecho pediría incluso también a algunos de los ponentes anteriores que quisieran participar en esto. Algo de lo que no hemos hablado es el aspecto de ética. En las encuestas longitudinales en particular, todas las encuestas, pero en particular las longitudinales, conllevan elementos de ética que los distintos países tienen para el manejo de la información, incluso el derecho a preguntar ciertas cosas. Entonces, en el caso de Chile y en el caso de Colombia, me gustaría saber si existen los famosos llamados comités de ética en las organizaciones del sector público o en las universidades, acerca de qué preguntar, cómo preguntar, qué hacer con la información para conservar la confidencialidad y privacidad de la información. Y en el caso mexicano, que es el que conozco mejor, en el área de la salud yo entiendo que hay esos famosos comités de ética, y hasta ahorita no he escuchado ninguna referencia al respecto, y me gustaría saber. Susan Parker mencionó algo esta mañana que me llamó mucho la atención: el acceso fácil de obtener la CURP de la población mexicana en el internet, y me quedé espantada. Entonces, en el sentido de que, acuérdense que bueno, se puede hacer el mal uso, pero sabemos que somos investigadores, no vamos a hacer mal uso, pero o sea, en un proceso de levantamiento de información también lleva este tipo de elementos, además de los metodológicos que ya hemos estado mencionando. Entonces yo le pediría a los colegas de Chile y de Colombia si nos pudieran hablar de cuáles son estas condiciones de ética en sus respectivos países. A Susan Parker me gustaría preguntarle también eso mismo para el caso de México, en el manejo de los registros administrativos. Y bueno,
Sí, nosotros tenemos un comité de ética por el que pasa todo el cuestionario de la encuesta. También hay consentimientos informados que firman los padres para poder hacer las pruebas a los hijos. Si me niegan a que un hijo haga una prueba, pues ese derecho obviamente lo tienen. En el módulo de política, por ejemplo, se les pregunta a uno de los dos adultos del hogar: ¿usted quiere contestar esto? ¿No quiere contestar esto? Su proceso de si voto o no voto, si candidato, pues que no, que pueden querer no contestar. En temas de hábitos está, por ejemplo, el consumo de cigarrillos, alcohol. No preguntamos por drogas, por la sensibilidad de esta información. Pero entonces sí hay un manejo ético que está avalado por el comité de ética que tiene la universidad. Y con respecto a los identificadores que preguntabas antes, en Colombia sí existe un identificador único que se empezó, o sea, que es único desde hace unos 15 años. O sea, los niños que nacieron hace 15 años ya siguen con el mismo identificador. En mi caso, por ejemplo, yo tuve un identificador de los 0 a los 7 años, de los 7 a los 18 tuve otro número y de los 18 en adelante tengo otro número. Pero menos mal esto se unificó y ahora existe un solo registro, pero de todas formas si uno quisiera ser pegados con datos administrativos, pues podría usar los diferentes tipos de identificadores que tienen las diferentes edades. Y la ELCA sí ha tenido pegados con información administrativa, por ejemplo, los datos del instrumento para focalizar la política pública, que es el CISBEN, que existe en muchos países en Latinoamérica, que es un indicador cero haciendo qué tan pobre eres, se ha pegado con estos registros. Otra cosa con respecto al manejo de esta información delicada, obviamente todos estos registros se pegan en un computador en donde no puede haber acceso para sacar la información después de la universidad y se anonimiza el reporte. O sea, simplemente es como una variable que le hubiera preguntado a uno al hogar y el hogar se la contestaría. ¿Sí? Adicionalmente, con respecto a mantener la privacidad de los hogares, por ejemplo, a nivel de municipio la información no se entrega. Se entrega a nivel de región, porque hay municipios a los que uno llega y encuesta solamente 4 hogares, entonces son de fácil identificación por el tamaño de las tierras, entonces hay ciertos protocolos de hasta qué punto entregar información, hasta qué punto no, para mantener la privacidad de la información. Y pues todos estos videos y fotos pues son consentimientos informados de las personas. Son 50 hogares en la encuesta que se han usado para hacer historias de vida y para hacer un poco más atractivo de pronto la venta de... La otra pregunta que hacías sobre la venta de la información, la verdad es que la encuesta longitudinal ha financiado bastante la Universidad de los Andes. Es un proyecto que digo, queremos hacer algo innovador, tenemos unos recursos importantes y hagamos la primera encuesta longitudinal de Colombia, parcialmente financiada por los Andes, parcialmente financiada por el gobierno. Entonces obviamente cuando ya hay una contraparte, pues es más fácil que el gobierno diga, bueno, yo pongo el resto. Adicionalmente, otra cosa que se usó mucho en Colombia es el tema de que la primera infancia fue como la propuesta bandera de la primera dama. Entonces, pues fue clave para nosotros que ese hubiera sido el tema que ella hubiera escogido como bandera durante el presidente y que la encuesta tuviera un énfasis en esto. Y ahorita, por ejemplo, para el 2016, ya la universidad no va a poder financiar más la encuesta, o sea, alguien más tiene que financiarla, tiene que financiar el gobierno, no sé. Y por ejemplo, se habló con el gobierno sobre el proceso de paz que se va a firmar, que esperamos que se firme el próximo año, ya un proceso de paz muy organizado, digamos, esperamos que se firme, y va a ser en el 2016. Entonces esta puede ser una encuesta muy buena para poder medir 2 periodos antes durante violencia, firma durante la encuesta y un periodo después para mirar cuáles son los beneficios de la paz. Entonces yo creo que esta va a ser una forma muy buena, por lo menos de tratar de recibir plata y de vender la encuesta por 2 años. Pero cualquier sugerencia sobre cómo conseguir
el tiempo apremia. Creo que es un tema... Voy a tomar.
Rápidamente, pues la respuesta, como te decía,
to the committee of ethics. Surveys have to go through the approbation of the ethic commissions of all the institutions involved. So if we have 6 institutions, these 6 have to approve the survey. And there are certain issues which is the participant approves immediately and also has really the approbation of the ethic commissions, which have to be verbal and which have to be written. I'd like to speak about financial issues regarding Colombia. The equivalent of CONACYT in Colombia is called Conciencias. So Conciencias has
años atrás, 3 años atrás.
a
Donde ellos
trial
deciden que
where
van
they
a lanzar
decide
encuestas
that they're going to
longitudinales
launch
y deciden
longitudinal
6.
surveys, and they have
Y entonces
6
dicen las 6 áreas
so
prioritarias
these
para ellos.
6
Los
priority
determinaron
areas
y
were
dijeron
determined,
entran a concurso.
and
Y
they
entonces los
decided
investigadores se
to
dedican a
use them.
entrar
So
a
they So people are dedicated to enter to this survey, and perhaps the priority is that the determination that
Es una manera donde alguien,
so this is a way that
Senado,
somebody,
Congreso mexicano,
someone
le da
from the
presupuesto
Mexican
a
Congress
CONACYT. Entonces, de alguna manera,
hands out
ser a
the
CONACYT
budget
o al
to
general
CONACYT
dinero
or to whoever
de que eso es una
hands,
prioridad y que se
hands in
establezcan
the money.
líneas de
So
investigación
this is how we
prioritarias.
have priority research lines. Thank you.
Esa idea de
That's
encerrar con así,
an idea of CONACYT.
muy buena idea. Ya vamos a hablar de eso hacia el final del seminar.
We'll speak about it at the end of the seminar.
No, that's all.
Not, se acabó el tiempo.
De hecho ya,
In fact,
Yeah, break.
it's time for break.
11:52.
11:52, so
Shall we make it
deberíamos tener
10 minutes
un
break,
break de
and then you know,
minutos y
you can
después
talk about
pueden hablar
it
sobre
in the corridor.
eso
Sorry.
durante ese tiempo.
Sí, conozco.
Pero a ver, ¿qué te invitó Sergio a decir el panel?
¿Al proyecto o...?
Pues al grupo, o sea, estamos discutiendo ahorita el proyecto grande.
Sí, pero o sea, me dijo que iba a estar en eso, pero todavía no tengo muchas informaciones.
Permitarte, digo, y vas a estar acá, y podemos hablar sobre las reuniones, les echo sopa las propuestas de cada quien. O sea, como lo que hemos hecho es individual o en pares, hemos escrito preguntas de investigación, su justificación y algunas propuestas para incluir en la encuesta. Es un proyecto piloto. Muy bien. De hecho, yo lo que tengo, o sea, yo lo que tengo que platicar con Hernán, como es que tu conversación, escribir preguntas de investigación, cuál es la justificación, porque son relevantes, pero prácticamente hemos desarrollado propiamente las preguntas.
No, yo no me quedo
laboriosa, pero sí. Hizo a pensar.
No, compartir